evening. Today is the executive board meeting, July 8, 2021. The time is 7:16 p.m. We did get a call from trustee Angela Franks Muse. First, we want to pray for her and her family. Safe recovery back home. Pray for Ms. Donnelly Franks, the mother-in-law, and the mother. So I spoke to her earlier. She would like to be on participation, electronic participation. So I can get, once the board, we call a meeting to order, we'll ask for a motion and a second to let her be on electronic participation, then I will call her in. Do I need to read the point number? Yes.
I'm making.
Big Bush. Roll call, clerk.
It was motion by who? Can you?
Trustee Smith.
Second by,
Tyson.
and the motion was to let Mrs. Angela, trustee Angela Frank Muse be on electronic participation. Trustee Tyson, can you dial his number for me? Trustee Frank Muse, trustee Webster,
Here.
no, yes.
Yes.
Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden.
Yes.
Yeah, we can put it down. Hi, trustee Frank Muse. We're gonna have you on electronic participation. The board voted for you to be on electronic participation. So I want to state for the record, trustee Frank Muse is on electronic participation at 7:18 p.m. Roll call, trustee Angela Frank Muse.
Yes,
Trustee Webster.
Here.
Trustee Tyson.
Here.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Trustee Mitchell.
Here.
Trustee McFadden.
Here.
Also, clerk, for a matter of record, we have our file liaison, Mr. Pete McCain. We also have Mr. John Thompson, CDBG, and a lot of other things. You can't say that? Appreciate you.
Yes.
We also have Mr. Tui Muse, Director over Building and CDBG. We also have Mr. Johnson, Building Department, Inspector. Also, we have in the back, and I'm sure he'll be coming up front when we get through his figures, Mr. Anthony McCaskill. Last but not least, wait a minute, hold on. We have my assistant, Mrs. Quandra Craig, Juanita Darden, clerk, and we also have Mr. James Casella, Corporation Counsel.
Sir, can you please mention, I tag Gavin, so I can have his name corrected in minutes?
Uh-oh. We have, I call him, Mr. Keymoney. Mr. Keymoney, tech. Video tech, how about that? Video, website, anything to do with recording, we have. And, give me 1 second, please, so I can. We have here Mr. Otis Gilmore, who will be doing a presentation. Now at this time, board, if you don't mind, we had the chief, Mr. Lee Long. At this time, we'll be having the pledge of allegiance. Item 3. Please off, Mr. Tyson, please. Appreciate it.
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Of course, there's item 4. You say moment of silence, but I'm gonna have it taken off. We'll have it where it say prayer. And I'm looking for anyone tonight that will lead us in prayer. Would anyone like to lead us in prayer? So be it. Lord Jesus, here I once more come to say thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for letting us see a day we've never seen before. Thank you for being with us, Lord. Lord, then I would like to ask you to continue to watch over Mother Donnelly, bring her back home safely. In the mighty name of Jesus, whatever the issue may be, I plead the blood of Jesus. And I ask you to just keep her in your arms and take care of her, Lord. Then, Lord, I ask you to lead this meeting. Let us do what you put us together to do, Lord Jesus. Lord, for you the one, you appointed us to this seat and to these positions to work for the people. And let us know that it's not about us, but it's all about you doing what's right for the people. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
Board, if we can, I would like to, well, that brings us to item 5, which is announcements. I would like to turn it over to the clerk.
Sir, at the next meeting, we're gonna have on the agenda, once they come out of committee, I'll be with trustee Janita Smith about the registration for the 108th IML Annual Conference from September 23rd to the 25th for the Hilton. So, Ms. Trustee Smith, you have the finance meeting?
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you that. Also, Shred-a-thon is Friday, July 9th. We have flyers out there. Stickers are on sale up until August 1st, and that's when the late fee will go on. So right now, cars are $15, trucks are $20, senior citizens are $7.50. We did have Easter Seal to come out today. We have 4 people that will be coming. Easter Seal is funded by Easter Seal, no cost to the village. So that's the end of my report.
What about days in the park?
Oh, I thought you was gonna talk about what we did down here. That's under discussion.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. So at this time, what I would like to do, I'm looking for a motion to change item 10, which is the department head commentary, to move that up to 6. Move that up to item 6. I'm looking for a motion for that. You're moving 10 up to 6. Due to, just to explain the reason why, and what we'll do, our next agenda, it'll already be set like that. Due to its lack of space in here, we need to get our department heads out, and that's also due to this COVID and new strain we're talking about. It's due to safety. So at this time, the motion was made, clerk?
The motion was made by trustee Webster and second by trustee Janita Smith. Trustee Tyson, excuse me. So it was Webster and Tyson. Trustee Webster?
Yes.
Trustee Tyson?
Yes.
Trustee Janita Smith? Absent.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Trustee Tony Mitchell?
Yes.
Trustee McFadden?
Yes.
Trustee Frank Mills?
Yeah.
You have 6 yeas, Mayor.
Thank you, so moved, so approved. So what I'll do now, I guess I'll go make my move. We'll make our move around. And again, I will have you on the time, but please keep it sweet and short, because we also have a guest here who needs to do his presentation right quick. So I'm gonna start over here with Mr. Thompson. Let me give you, just roll.
Good evening, President and trustees, and city directors and superintendents. First thing I'd like to just say is that we went out this week and I met with the engineers, and we went out and tried to locate all
Who is we?
the mayor, superintendent of public works, we stopped and we're trying to locate all of the valves. Water is a very important part of this. We have to try to get our water under control. It can save the village a lot of money and a lot of loss. So we are locating valves in problem areas, water problem areas throughout the city. The second thing is I think the finance committee approved the printers so that we can get 2 new printers for the village. Something that we need desperately to operate, to make copies and to print out things that we need to send around in the community. So if that's approved, we will move forward with that and hopefully have those in office Tuesday or Wednesday. The other report is we met on our CDBG grant. We will go out to bid. It's out to bid for we have 3 streets, 143rd, short distance between Davis and 143rd and Dixie. Bell Street from 146 to 144. It was 2 blocks there. And then we also had Roby from 145th to 143rd, but we're gonna see, we only had $200,000 from the county. If it's approved, we'll adjust what we get done according to and prioritize the need and the locations. Other than that, that's my report. Questions? Thank you.
Next, we have file liaison, Mr. Peter King.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening,
Please
everyone.
silence your phones, please. Please.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, sir. Village Clerk Trustees, appreciate you guys, fellow department heads, residents of Dixmoor. I have the statistics from Harvey and Buds. I will be forwarding you the email, and I'll be quick, but just to kind of summarize it. Last year in 2020, there were 743 total emergency responses from the Harvey Fire Department and Buds ambulance total. 101 were fire responses from Harvey, 642 were ambulance responses from Buds. Out of the 101 total, 34 of which were fires, which consisted of 6 structure fires, 5 vehicle fires, and 23 outside rubbish fires. 67 other fire calls also were motor vehicle accidents, carbon monoxide gas leaks, hazmat calls, things of that nature. So for this year, in 2021, there's been 355 total incidents within the village of Dixmoor, 324 which were EMS calls for Buds to handle, 31 of which have been fire-related calls for Harvey to handle. I got the emails today from Harvey finally, and I will forward all those to you in a minute. So any questions for me at this time? Thank you. Mayor, anything?
Have a nice one, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. 1 minute.
All right, we gotta wake up, gotta smile a little bit, Eric. Okay, next up to bed. Mr. Charles Johnson, code enforcement.
Board, trustees, Mr. Mayor, attorney. The building department right now, we're kind of in a gray zone right now. We are struggling right now because we don't have a lot of the things that we need to run our department effectively. The one thing that we really need, because I don't have any paperwork, so I'm creating paperwork at home for the things that I would like to present to us, like the crime-free housing ordinance, which is a money-generating thing. We need money in our department. That could be money that we can use in our building department to get the supplies that we need. We're struggling right now in our building department. We've got the adopted 2012 International Residential Codes that we're currently using. I'm enforcing these things on a daily basis. I'm getting a lot of pushback because people are not used to the type of enforcement that we're doing right now. But I have to keep moving forward with it. So the complaints that you may get, you may not get, they're not going to be valid complaints from the residents because I'm doing it by the book. And we are getting some complaints because people don't want to comply. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. I just want to let the board know that. So if you hear anything about that, please come to Tui or myself so you can get the truth. Because I'm only going to give you the truth. And the tablets that we're requesting, they're needed because at any given time when someone comes in and complains about anything, everything that we do will be on that tablet. And anyone who has access to that tablet will be able to see what we're doing with pictures attached to it. What the violation is, the picture violations, all that's important, because if we ever get, someone ever tries to bring a lawsuit against us for any reason, we have everything, we have all the ammunition we need right there in that tablet.
And the
Right
thing
now,
about-
we're still moving forward, sir, in trying to make this thing happen with what we have.
Sounds good. And one of the things, if I may add, we will, talk to the, finance chair, see if I can shake her pockets a little bit and, get her to help us get, the, iPads.
Okay.
You can get iPad tablets. Last time I bought them, it was like $300 and something each. The reason why I say iPad tablet is because it's hard to break them, far as someone getting inside of them and changing things around. So I think that'd be one good thing to have, and what they can do also is put it on the tablet and shoot it to everybody, email if you need to see what was going on, as well as the pictures, the conversation and everything. So I think that'd be one good tool that we need to move up our technology for this village and move forward, because a lot of great things is going to happen in Dixmoor. A lot of great things. You'll be proud of yourself as well as the village. We're finna do this. It's all about the people and for the people. And one thing I say to anybody, any department head or any of us, we have to always have respect for the residents and for the people. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. One quick thing. If the board would like, I can also get Derek in here to actually make a presentation of this program, so you can physically see how this program operates and works. It'll be extremely helpful for us. Thank you, board.
You're welcome, sir.
That's new name.
At this, I love you, trustee. At this time, you have Mr. Tui Muse, director, and he plays a part in both departments.
Yeah, mine was supposed to explain, so I'm gonna let Mr. Johnson finish off mine. Don't have anything else to say on that.
You don't have nothing else to say, Mr. Muse?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You ain't gonna say hi, wife, or nothing?
Hi,
You gonna hold off. We gonna hold the police department for, why am I holding you for that? Cause you gotta sit there anyway, but, okay. We're gonna bring the police department, Chief Long.
Right, so I got 7 minutes, I get his.
As long as you stand up and say it.
Yeah, well, I want to say, good afternoon to you, Mr. President, board, and department heads, and whomever else we have in attendance. I'd like to give you all this short report that I have today. We have been making some big
Why you
strides.
standing up, sir?
Oh,
Appreciate you.
sorry about that.
You come right here in front now, since you don't want to be in front, you stand right, no, not that me. You stand right
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. We've been making some big strides in the police department over there, and I say we've been really moving forward with a lot of things that haven't been operational or what have you in the last 10 to 15 years, or some cases 20 years, I guess. The report I have today is that we had like 250 calls for service. We issued 45 Y tickets. We had 52 P tickets. We had court today. All the officers showed up. So we should be seeing some residuals from the court date today. Since the last meeting we had, we recovered 2 more guns off the street. We had 1 juvenile arrest, and we had 15 adult arrests. We done had 6 administrative fees. That's $550 that come automatically to the village, because, and they already brought those in, and I think the treasurer might already have that money, or whomever had that money already. One of the things I want to tell you all today, which it's been a while since we had it, the police department has 4 cameras up now in the police department, where that now we can watch the prisoners. We watch inside the lobby of the lobby area, the police department, where the officers actually do their work. I can also look at them now and wonder what the heck are y'all doing in the station now, or what have you. And that's one of the key things that we want to make sure that we keep our guys out there on the street. Next thing I got for you guys, thank you for giving me these extra minutes. And I'll use this hand to give it to you. We have now got ourselves certified. Ourselves certified for 8-hour use right now, which you all can kind of look this over. But we still have a little bit of work we need to do to the cell. And I asked, I'm going to be asking the board for $600 for 2 toilets. The reason for that 2 toilets is because the ones that we have is damaged, and we do need those toilets in order for us to bring us up to full-scale police department and lockup. We'll be able to hold prisoners on a standard basis up to 48 hours, and after 48 hours, they need to be transferred to a bigger holding facility anyway. Okay, but we did get the clearance and did get the certification from the municipal jail and lockup, and we do meet their standard. The next thing, vehicles. We have our vehicles out. We had the vehicles wrapped with the lights and everything, and probably after the meeting here, I would like for you all to at least take a look at us and see what we're looking like now. The officers. Our officers, we getting them here and we getting them there. We have some of them kind of, don't want to be on the agenda with us. Don't want to be on the same page with us. But you know what we're doing is striving. We got people calling us every day, and we're moving on. A lot of those officers that you all put on, some of them came on with us and some of them haven't. So I don't want to think you all to think that we have this big police department because you got some people come in and say they want to be here, but don't show up. Okay? So we do have 1 officer and a dispatcher that we would like to at least for you all to consider tonight. And I just want to make this a place where, everybody, here in the board and the president feel good about us and don't believe a lot of the hype. Just look at us and see where we go. I think that we're making strides where, a whole lot of administrations that have been here have. And so now I'm gonna cut it because the mayor like to cut my throat. I appreciate everybody listening and hopefully, we can continue to do that.
Okay, someone have a question for you right now.
Oh, let me stop before I go back. We have over in lockup right now, where we had 2 people that were on a crime spree. They went and they committed armed robberies in 10 different times.
And it's still under investigation, correct? So that's good. Thank you.
Okay.
Not cut them off, but you have a couple of the trustees that would like to speak with you. Trustee Mitchell.
You said you have an officer and dispatcher you wanted to see tonight?
Well, they're here, yes.
Who are? Who are?
Stratton.
Oh, Stratton. And who? Are they on here?
Antoine Russell.
Are they not on here? No.
What was the dispatcher name? Sorry, what was it?
Stratton. Stratton?
What's the first name?
Oh, I'm talking about Stratton.
We already
Yes.
approved Stratton.
Stratton's already approved.
Stratton was already approved at the last meeting.
Well, I'm letting y'all know that she's here tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all.
And who's the officer?
I never received anything from her.
She was not here the other night.
Right, she wasn't here. She wasn't here
Oh, that's
before it is.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We gotta get you. And what's the officer?
Antoine Russell.
Okay.
Outstanding officer. I mean, it's
Are we gonna bring him in now?
It's more
Or we gonna
like-
wait?
We bring it
Uh,
in, we done with it.
you want to bring it in
We're
now?
gonna
Yeah.
Tanya, because Tanya gotta go home. so-
Yeah.
See what? Hold on. Excuse me.
We're gonna wait till after the departments,
Tanya
We
was
have to
already
what?
voted
the
on.
departments are done speaking.
Uh-uh.
No, this is the last, oh,
We got one more.
so, board, what would you all like to do? Would you, you wanna
We
go
got one
straight
more
to
department.
finances, then we bring them in
Oh,
after
yeah,
finance?
let's listen to the finance.
That's fine.
We got one more
Okay,
department.
you the last one to speak. The last one to speak.
Yes, sir. But I do have-
This is another question for the chief, trustee Chuck?
Yep. Chief, great job, you know, everything that you reported, but I have been getting a few, phone calls about some stuff. Like, it's, like pettiness or some tickets is how they feel with certain things, and they start to kind of frown up at the police department. And, you know, like I said, we live here, and we want to be able to say, hey, chief, hey, you know, we got a problem, you know, that's the type of relationship we want to have with the police officer. Not, they parked on the line of the handicap, so they waited until they came out of subway, then they gave them a $250 ticket. You know, certain things like that, that's the kind of calls that I've been getting, and I'm just wondering, you know, I know you can't control everything, but just put it out there, like, look, we're doing a good job, but we don't want to lose the faith in our own community, because that can turn upside down real quick. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, it's all love in this little small town.
I understand.
And just a note on that, what he just said, like the tires touching the line and something. So basically, another thing we can do to kind of get this together, you have your officers, when they doing a ticket or something like that, to actually take a picture of it. And photo ain't gonna tell, you know, a different way. It's gonna tell exactly what it is. So I mean, that covers everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also to
Because
elaborate just shortly on him, on what
hold
you're
on,
saying.
hold on a minute. Because we're going to get, it's going to be a lot of pushback because the law is not getting enforced in the past few years. So now it's getting enforced. So it's going to be pushback on every hand. And I'm going to say this because I come up here in the morning sometime at 7 o'clock. And I'm here all day. And I got complaints not only from your department, but from the building department to the public works department.
You got complaints from the police department?
Now, you know what people is talking about, all the departments, because people are doing their job now. The water department, all departments, because the work is getting done now. And that's just all to it. We have to get used to following the rules and following, you know, the rules of the town. You know, it's not free balling no more.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm gonna say to all my departments, you know, they are residents. We need to respect them, but they'll respect you. If they're not respecting you, then the best thing to do is to walk away. I don't want to hear no complaints of anybody going back and forth with a resident. I haven't had it yet, but I don't want to have it. Understood? Department heads, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Yes, sir.
And I was respectfully saying, you know, because like I said, when somebody lives here and they come knock on the door, give you a call, send you a message, and you know, some of the, you know, kids growing up like, hey, well, I thought we were, you know, and I know things are changing and we get used to it, but let's not forget why we.
Yeah, that you have, you know, and the officers and all of us, it's our jobs, even as trustees, to be officer friendly. You show respect, you'll get respect. Bottom line, we don't need the people running around here hating on you guys and hating on us. We don't need that. We can smooth it over in a nice, clean way and be done with it. Less headache for everybody because I'm getting hit upside the head more than anybody in this room. Because everything jumps right off on me. Guess what? When it starts jumping off on me, I'm going to jump off on you. You ain't going to like it. Got any questions? No, having fun. So, do anybody else have a question for the chief?
I'm good.
Anyone else?
I will say thank you, and I will say I appreciate it for you sticking up with us. But what's going on is people are now parking straight into the handicap. When they park into the handicap, they want to run in and get their kid out, or they want to park in the fire lane up at Aldi. My officers are not playing that.
Chief,
And I'll make sure that they don't do it, you know, be lenient with it, and I've told them to be lenient with the people in the village.
Chief.
of Dixmoor.
Chief, excuse me, not cutting you off.
Yeah, I know you have.
We done uncovered that road.
All right, sir.
Pitching is better than anything.
Okay. Got it.
Love you.
Can I sit down now? And then- You got it.
Please, you can sit down.
All right,
It's all in love, it's all in love. Okay, now,
Put it down.
next on the agenda. Next on the agenda. Let me get my clock together for real now. Next on the agenda, I will bring you, I would like to bring you the treasurer / HR.
Good evening, President, trustees, and departments and residents. So real quick, I'm gonna be very brief.
Clock is moving.
So just real quick, to give everybody an update, we do have access to online banking with Fifth Third, so we're able to make the adjustments and see how our money's looking. We do have First Midwest Bank with the TIF, have sent over the resolution, the bank resolutions with them, and we will make those, when we get those signed. We have about 43 employees. If we bring on 2 more, that put us at 45 employees for the village as a whole. Down at the end of the agenda, I'm on here again to talk about the working tools to help the managers or the supervisors and department heads move their people along in the process. And that's about it.
Any bills?
Trustee,
Trustee?
Yeah.
Trustee?
Excuse me, I need to say something.
Okay.
Trustee
Yes.
Janita Smith and treasurer. The bill list did not come out. I need to have the bill list in the record. I did not
Yes,
get the
you do.
bill list for the record. You know, we're not gonna go through
Yeah.
this, so I need the bill list.
Okay, so.
Yeah, you-
So, I mean, we can say what it is, but let's further go, we have to have the bill list.
Sure. Yeah.
So we can, you
so
know, do it together.
that's my fault, because I did send it to
We
everyone.
can approve?
I just forgot to send it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but she.
Okay.
And
Great.
you will,
Yes, I'm just saying, you know, cause we
No.
can start getting,
you're right, cause we had an addendum too, but you never did get the ones, but
that's
period.
okay, we're fine. We don't want to go.
Okay, what it is that we do have a bills list this evening. But, treasure,
Yes.
we're gonna have to take off, we had discussed, in the finance meeting, the, was that the Eagle uniform?
It's still in committee, so
Right, it's still on
is the dollar amount still on that too?
here, yeah.
Okay, so we just have to make the adjustment.
Yeah, so we have a total this evening, board, and I also want to tell you that what we discussed in our meeting was the bills list. We also discussed, mainly, we discussed payroll. And this evening, we have a bills list
Okay.
for $52,472.76. This was an addendum, because when we were in the finance committee meeting, the bills list was actually $29,832.33 that we brought out of committee, but we did discuss that we will, make the changes. Yeah,
Keep that on out.
okay.
52.
The total amount is $52,472.76.
Thank you.
And in the future, you guys, the trustees, you all will have that bill list.
Yeah, it was just like,
before.
might have been, me and you be able to counsel together, but
That's fine.
talking so
So,
much.
real quick, just to piggyback off the trustee, I did send it to everyone except for the clerk, and trustee Webster's email address to keep bouncing back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, treasurer. Okay.
Yes, yeah, make sure he has the right email, make sure the treasurer gets the right email before you leave tonight. very important that all of us know what's going on at all times. So, looking for a motion to, pass the bill list.
I'll say.
Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Frank Muse, trustee Janita Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden.
Yes.
6 yeas, Mayor.
So moved, so ordered. So now at this time, bring us to 6A, approval of the minutes.
May 13, 2021, executive board meeting, and May 15, emergency board meetings. I have no corrections. Come back to me. We need a motion in a
So I'm
second.
looking for a motion to pass.
Trustee Janita Smith made the motion.
I'll second.
Second by Webster. Are we gonna do both of them together, sir?
We just did it over.
Okay. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Frank Muse, trustee Janita Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden.
Yes.
6 yeas, Mayor.
Thank you, Board. Next, we'll be looking for a motion to approve the minutes for May 15, 2021, emergency board meeting minutes. Looking for a motion.
Trustee Smith, I'll make that motion.
Motion made by who?
Trustee Janita Smith.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Is that Webster? Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Frank Muse, trustee Janita Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden.
Yes.
6 yeas, Mayor.
Thank you, Board.
Okay.
At this time, we bring, 6B, which I think we already taken care of, am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes, sir.
It was already taken care of because we moved department heads up, so, next time, what we'll do, we're gonna put that right under the, treasurer with department heads, so we already taken care of that. And, department heads, if you like, you're free to go, or if you wanna stay around and laugh, that's fine too. Also, one department that we didn't bring up, which was Public Works. So, I would like to bring Trustee Webster, where he can give you a little insight on what was going on in Public Works. Mr. Darden, called and stated that he would not be able to make it in tonight, and I'm not upset with him because Mr. Darden be here sometime at 4 o'clock in the morning waking me up. So,
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Superintendent Darden asked me, he asked me, I just thought they did. Okay, let's stand up for a while. Right, you ain't just there.
And get on the show.
No, they, Superintendent Darden and his crew, they cut some trees down, they fixed the chipper, because it was broken. And they spent some time working on equipment in Public Works. And they've been cutting grass and cleaning up everything, so everything is in very good shape. They've been working pretty hard, and I'll be keeping an eye on them. And I'll drive around in the morning, make sure everybody's doing it, up, working, doing what they're supposed to do. So they've been very adamant about what they've been doing. So just to let you all know, they're all on point and they're doing what they're supposed to do. Yes.
Can you, ask them, in that, I know it's private property over there on 145th and, 145th and Oakley, on that corner. If they could, cause that's actually on their main street, and it looks real bad. Can they cut that grass? I guess we'll have to find out who is the owner and charge them. But in the meantime, if we have the tree that's falling on the fence, and if they can move that, and cut it, cause it just looks so bad on that
It's,
corner.
that's the village tree, the
Okay,
federal
right,
on there.
yeah.
But at the same time, trustee, I know myself and, along with some of the public work guys and Mr. Tyson, trustee Tyson father,
Okay.
and I'm getting him out there too with lawnmower. And we're gonna take care of that corner. Because it's not so much where we can, cause there's two houses over there.
Right, that's true.
And not only that, we have a house on, I wanna say that's 143rd and Helena, I believe. We gotta cut that lot too. So, Mr. Tyson, trustee Tyson, if you can rally up some of the young Strong's, we'll get together and run and do what we do.
Real quick, if there are houses on that property, you should let Tui and I go over there and cite and write a warning notice first. We have to do it by law if we're gonna start cutting grass on that in order to recoup any money.
We have an
So if I write
ordinance
a
in
warning,
place.
but if I write a warning,
We have an ordinance in place, on that where if the village do it, then all we have to do is write the address down and we can recoup from there. We do have an ordinance in
but
place.
you have to follow the rules first, and the rules are warning notice,
You can't find, you don't know who on none of these properties. We have already reached out, year before last to try to get in touch with them. And you
Right.
can't get in touch with them, so we have Mr. John Thompson to go through with the PIN numbers and do what we do, pull it up from the county.
Right.
And we'll roll it in from that point there and, we gotta get, because we have a lot of houses out here where we need to, actually go through and we have to get the PIN numbers. And what you can do is make the banks liable, because we have a lot of vacant lots. We have one block where the whole side of the street is vacant lots that's owned by an individual, and it's like the woods over there. But in Chicago and other places, they have to keep the lots cut, and they have to keep them clean. If not, they even start putting tickets on the owner that own them lots, and eventually the village can take them over. So we gonna get on top of that and get out, like I said, we're gonna get our job on. We're gonna get it cranked up around here. It takes a while because this hasn't been taking place, but we're going to get it. Also, Public Works, they had like 2 breaks they fixed since the last meeting, as well as, we did, I'd like to thank the board. Public Works was able to get some equipment they need, like hard hats, jackets. Also, OSHA has sent us a 0 balance. So I mean, that's a blessing. I mean, I feel good every time I think about that, but we as a whole have to feel good about it, because again, it's not about no individual, but I would like to thank the trustees for allowing us to get this done. Okay, yes, trustee Smith.
Let me ask you something. Since, Mr. Johnson is saying to at least put what you said, a warrant on, even though we don't know whose it is, if he's saying that, can they just write a warrant anyway? At least it can be said that when they do find out who the owner is, then it's been a warrant. I don't know.
Not a warrant, but a warning.
A warning.
It's a warning. It's a warning.
Let me explain how it works, because if it goes to court, we'll lose. So we have to post the house with a warning notice first. giving them 5 days, 4 days, 10 days, whatever we give them. We come back on that 5th day, or whatever time frame we've given them. If they haven't done anything, we take that new picture, that second picture that shows that nothing has been done. Then we can write the ticket. Once we write the ticket, now we got them. And we write the ticket to the last known owner.
On
And
the
you know
houses,
it's on the house. And you
on the
know it's
houses
on the
that
back.
you're talking about,
Yes, sir.
that's in question. The only person you can write the ticket to is the county. And guess what? The county ain't gonna pay you a nickel.
They're
Well,
abandoned
not long as
houses.
he done spent.
They're abandoned houses. They're abandoned houses.
And banking, and
And,
the
and
safety
they're
and health
vacant.
hazards.
And what happened is, the ticket will go to the county. The county is the one owner. Now, you can pick a fight with the county if you want. My thing is, we go over there, cut them out, and be done with it. I don't mind putting some elbow out there, and I'm sure I can get other trustees to come and do a little elbow rubbing out there, and we have fun. If I have to pull out the grill and get some fish and hot dogs and chips, and we gonna set up a cleanup week too. Probably by the next board meeting or something, we got.
Well, the next board meeting, we can talk about it, but I was looking at maybe July 31st. That's the Saturday.
Sounds good. But it's not,
Well,
it's not on, we just discussed
we
this,
discussed
you all,
it, that's all.
but it will be on the agenda
for the next meeting.
for the 31st. That sounds like a good date. I'm working with any and everybody.
So are you gonna take the advice of what he said?
Yes, he can go over there and put a tag on it tomorrow if you want. But again, with this county stuff, county supersede everybody. So, it's up to you. Please, feel free to put a tag on it, but don't put my name on it. No, but, but anyway, yeah, guys, we can take care of this and get it done. I'm willing to work with any and everybody. Also, they had squatters at a couple of houses. And, and the police chief made phone calls, him working with our building department and director, they made phone calls. I never seen him come in and come out so quick. They came out, clipped the lines, boarded the place up. Excellent job, teamwork. I appreciate you all. Thank you. That's what I call making me really sick. No further ado.
We got people waiting.
That's what I'm hitting there now. Please, we get a little happy in here because we got things going. So I would like to bring Miss Gilmore. That's item 7, special presentation. Mr. Otis Gilmore.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm sorry about that, but again,
I'm used to it.
it's the atmosphere. We loving on one another.
I have no problem with it. I'm enjoying it, in fact. But thank you, Mr. President, trustees. My name's Otis Gilmore. I'm the president and primary broker, principal broker for Benefits Management Resources. I'm also a partner in a company called Community Insurance Center, and we have a division as well called Inner City Underwriting. That division does property casualty coverages, insurances. My expertise, although I'm licensed across the board, my expertise is group benefits. And I'm here today. I sent a presentation, Madam Clerk.
Yes, they have it, everybody
Okay,
has it.
excellent. Everyone hopefully has seen the presentation. I won't go through the entire presentation, but I'll give you some information about myself and my company. I've been doing this since I was a little kid, since 1994. This company we formulated in 2007, and our niche has basically been municipalities, governmental entities, park districts, school districts, and municipalities. So we're familiar with meetings, we're familiar with the structure and the operations of municipalities, but we're also very familiar with the constraints and the needs of municipalities with regard to budgets, saving money, trying to be as prudent as possible with every dollar. I'm fortunate enough to have been on both sides of this business I'm in now, but I've also had an opportunity to serve on a village board or a city board for about 8 years. So I know the pains you feel when you're dealing with your budgets and expenses. I'm simply here to offer my expertise and our services to the village. If the village sees fit that I may be of benefit to the village, I'd be more than glad to go to work for you. We have our largest company we've ever worked for. We've done work with Quaker Oaks. We've done work for Cook County, the Water Reclamation District. The smallest business we work with is a small dental office with 2 employees. So we work across the board, and we work just as hard for our clients, 2 employees as we do for Quaker Oaks. I'm going to try to stay within a time constraint as well. I don't want to bore anybody or put anybody to sleep, but I'll answer any questions that you might have.
Yes. I wanted to ask you, so the name of your company is Benefits Management Resources?
Yes, ma'am.
Where would I find information on you guys? Because I looked you up and I didn't see it.
I don't know where you looked me up.
Oh, I'm sorry, I Googled it and I didn't see it. And you in Homewood or Tinley Park?
We were in Tinley Park. We're in Homewood now. We just moved last month.
Okay, yeah, and I didn't see any information. I did read your presentation and it talks more so like about HR.
That's part of what we do because we normally work directly with HR. And some of the services we offer some are free, some we have to charge for. But we work with HR from a standpoint of compliance, benefit administration, obviously the group insurance, the coding, the renewal. We assist with claim situations when an employee might have claim issues. We assist with that as well. But if you Googled it based on the new address, you may not have found anything because we just moved 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I Googled it for Tinley Park and I Googled it under the name and I just was asking where else could I find it.
Google has everybody.
Yeah,
I don't know why you couldn't
I
find
don't see
it.
it. But okay, and thank you.
All right, thank you.
Is there any more questions at this time, board?
No.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Otis Gilmore, we appreciate your time and we will be checking on that and moving forward and we will get back in touch. At this time, it brings us to item 9. Item 8. Sorry, please excuse me for that. Item 8, and I would like to bring up Corporation Council.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. We are at item 9. There's one resolution, but we haven't actually for a discussion item for approval under item 9. So I believe that there is 2 items that are going to be tabled under item 9, and that is the approval of appointment of a deputy clerk, village clerk Juanita Dart.
Yes, sir.
And I think that a couple of board members came to me and they asked that we table to the next board meeting the proposed HR managing tools. They just want to look at the tools that have been proposed by the treasurer. Is the treasurer?
Yeah.
The treasurer. So before we address the rest of the issues, why don't we motion and second the tabling for 1 month of those 2 items.
Looking for that motion, board? I'll second. Roll call.
Motion by trustee Tyson, second by trustee Webster. We will be for 1 month approval appointment of a deputy clerk and proposed HR tool. Trustee Webster?
Yes.
Trustee Tyson?
Yes.
Trustee Frank Mills? Trustee Janice Mills? Trustee Frank Mills? Trustee Janice Mills?
Yes.
Trustee Tony Mitchell?
Yes.
Trustee McFadden?
Yes.
5 yeas and 1 absent.
So the motion carries.
Motion carried,
Yes.
5 yeas and 1 absent.
Yes, she understand.
She did, but it went back out.
Excuse me, Trustee Frank Mills? time. You say yes? Oh, she abstained. She
Okay.
abstained.
Oh,
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. So you got 5 yeas and 1 abstain, motion carried.
Okay. All right, so I will talk about some items that I believe come with the recommendation for approval from the village administration. Discussion of approval of the Day in the Park, July 21st, 2021, Dixmoor Town Lot. Mr. Frank Zuccarelli, I believe that you do this every year. This is a beneficial program for the children.
just, board, do anyone object to that?
No, where's it gonna be?
Approval of part-time officers, and I believe that the chief addressed that there are, how many officers, chief? One, a Mr., I believe, Antoine Russell, Mr. Antoine Russell. Got it.
She already approved something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Discussion approval of police chief car. So before you tonight is a resolution establishing and approving the take-home vehicle policy for the police department for the village of Dixmoor County of Cook State of Illinois. And that is a policy, the standard form policy, I think Trustee Tyson has it. And that policy essentially governs how the police chief can use the car. It includes provisions such as he must have a valid driver's license. He is going to be given the ability to use it to be able to address issues as they come up. The police chief may come onto a major crime scene, and if he's away, let's say at home, or running home errands on his way home, we may need him to come back, and that's for additional accessibility to the village. I believe that the police chief has a full comprehensive insurance for himself, correct? Okay. So, and I believe, or I do understand, that the village itself does have a comprehensive automobile policy. So the insurance issues are covered. I know that was an issue before. I also do understand that the policy has provisions relative to maintenance and cleanliness and reasonable operations of the city. So that will be the next issue up for approval.
Well, trustee, you have something?
Yeah, cause I just got this. Sure. And I missed, you were saying that he will have the car?
Yes.
I missed that.
You'll have it done, yeah.
Can I, let me just ask, Mayor? can I-
Yes, go ahead.
In the past, we've had the chiefs to have the cars, but then the question I want to ask, because we dealing with this gas, if there's an emergency, can you just bring the car, drive your car, and then get the village car? It might not make sense, but I'm looking at gas. I don't know, I'm just asking.
Trustee, if I may address it.
Thank you.
The problems and the crime that we have now
Okay,
in today's world,
all right.
we need the chief to be able to get
Okay.
back in a timely fashion. Dixmoor, I ain't gonna say the crime rate went up, but we have stopped a lot of the stuff from happening. And each time, cause the chief called me one night, and I kinda wanted to jump on him, but I didn't. About 3 o'clock in the morning, he had to get right back out here. I mean, just like that, due to the fact of the issue that they was having. We have had, like I say, we have had carjackings, home invasions, and so forth. We are not exempt from having that. So what we have to do, we have to be able to get on top of it quick and get the people processing and get it moving. So the past administration, and the reason why I had to put back on the agenda, trustee, because I respect all of you all. I respect everyone in this room tonight. I respect all my citizens. We had an ordinance in place where that was not supposed to take place, but they were doing it anyway. Didn't care
what we did or what we said. So, with that said, I say, okay, if the car, you gotta take the car, chief, before you move that car and take it home,
Okay.
I wanna bring it back to the board. I want their approval before you move that car. And that's just the way it is, board. Whenever something is going on, before I allow it to happen, I'm saying I now, because when people come to me, it's, they on me. But like I tell them, I have to see what my board gonna say. Because at the beginning and the end of the day, it's up to my board. I respect my board. So if anybody out there that want to disrespect the board, you got a problem. Because I'm not going over the board head with anything. It's my board. We work together, we stand together. So, it's just that I think that's the way to go. If it's not board, then we won't do it. I'm not forcing that. But if you don't go that way, think about at least furnishing lights and sirens for his personal vehicle.
Is there a problem with taking it? What you think is going on?
Well,
What you think is going on?
the only problem I would, because this happened in the past, and I'm not just personalizing it, but using for personal use.
Are you gonna use it for personal use?
I don't want, because we paid so much in gas. I was looking at the gas, for this, for now, on this bill's list. And it was so much. And we such a small village and we're paying so much in gas. So that's my concern, only with not using it for personal use, but at the same time, it almost like you have to use it for personal use because
Right.
you don't know when an
You
emergency
don't know when the
is
problem
occur.
gonna occur. You never know when the problem gonna occur. So it's like all I'm saying is he take it home, he use it. My thing is this: don't push the issue. For him not, and what I ain't talking about the trustees.
I'm listening, I'm listening.
What I mean is, don't push it, chief. That's what I'm talking about. In other words, don't just be, oh man, I gotta stop. Just going in and everywhere.
So what
We just use it respectfully.
yeah,
That's what I would say.
Well, because she can manage that, right? You can
and
manage
that's what I wanted to say. We have to manage it.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mayor.
Right now, I use my own car, and I use it with my own gas for this village because I love this place. When you need paper, I use my own money, not we money, but my money for us. So you don't have to worry about that board. If you all, like I called him at 3 o'clock in the morning, I use my vehicle to make sure our officers are together. Okay, and, you know, whatever y'all decide, that's fine with me, but guess what? That place over there gonna run like a machine, whether you go with it or not.
And just to let you know, board, again, it's about getting to a crime scene. When you have to get there, you gotta get there. We also had a shooting that I'm not gonna even talk about, but we did have a shooting, and he had to be right there. And the shooting took place like around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and he had to get there.
Well, like
There
you said,
I'll
and
make the
stuff.
motion
just
then.
manage it. You just manage it, that's all.
Right, that's all.
Pretty simple. It's not
Yeah.
wrong.
So I'll make the
Well,
motion for him to take.
I'm gonna make sure it's managed, because if it's not managed, guess what?
What?
The trustee's gonna get on me, and guess what I'm gonna get on?
Oh.
He's sitting over there.
Okay.
So I make the motion, so.
Okay. Tyson, second.
Yeah, I
we
second.
can just see what the mouse
Okay.
is.
And then, board, you know, just out of respect, in this resolution, in line item D,
So I will read it. Having take-home vehicles a privilege, and the president may rescind this privilege at any time for cause. So, and I am not implying, chief, that you're gonna use it in any inappropriate manner by saying that. But if it were used that way, the president by himself, president tells us everything, can pull the privilege.
Not share
from the
everything with everybody.
Sure,
It's
everything.
not, I mean, everything.
So the idea being, if it's being abused, it could be revoked immediately. It'll be a letter that either I or the mayor write, and it's done.
All right, so I'll make the motion, and also on the motion, we'll just see how many mouths, because you'll start taking it home. Tonight, I think.
Do I have a limit on the miles?
No.
Hey, Chief, how you gonna have? Okay, motion was made, looking for a second.
Second was by
Hey,
Tyson.
hey, hey. Man, I thought I wasn't gonna have that. Take that back. Put that back. I don't like using it. You don't need it.
Yes.
So we're gonna roll call.
I made the motion.
Trustee, the motion was by trustee Janita Smith to see the mallet, second by Tyson. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Janita Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Angela Muse got off the line. She couldn't hear, so we'll have her as absent, so 5 yeas and 1 absent.
Next one.
Then we have a general matter discussion about approval of all invoices, appointments, expenditures, and disposition of property in the village. I do believe that there is one piece of property that we are disposing of.
Yeah. Did we do the officers, the part-time officers?
We, did we skip the part-time officer?
Yes.
Okay, can we go back?
Go back and
Sorry,
review it.
I apologize.
Did you, what about HR manager?
Oh, because we're doing them all at once. We're taking everything.
Yeah, see, so
No, we're
what we
doing
was doing, yes.
Alright, so, as we've done before, we're gonna take everything through it and then see if there's any objections and then make one motion to consolidate everything and then make one motion to approve everything, if that's okay. We're gonna introduce all the topic items, see if we wanted to make an omnibus motion and then approve everything. Trustee Mitchell, do you understand? Did you hear me?
No, go.
Alright, so what we've been doing is we introduce all the items for discussion and approval. And then we wanna see, then we go back and we either make one motion, consolidate them, so we don't make 9 separate motions. And then make a second motion to approve them all. And that's how we've been doing it. So we didn't skip the officers, that's when we address the officers. If we wanna address that individually and approve it individually, we can at this point in time.
We able to move forward with getting them
Yeah.
approved and out the way, and then
We can do that.
consolidate so they
Yeah.
can go on with their.
We can do that. So then what we need is a motion to approve the hiring of the part-time officers and a second of the same, obviously within the discretion of the chair.
Make the motion. Oh,
Looking for a second? I second.
okay.
Motion by trustee Mitchell, second by Webster to approve of the part-time officer. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Frank Muse. 5 yeas and 1 absent, Mayor.
Who are they?
Move to approve.
Oh,
Anton,
you gotta, who are they?
it's just one, Anton Russell. Yeah,
You mean two?
yeah, one.
Dispatch. Oh, what is this?
Dispatch is already was approved.
Dispatcher was, Stratton was already,
We just
So we can come,
reviewed.
yeah, we just come to swear.
You just,
Can you please come forward, Mr. Russell and Mrs. Statute?
Come on, come on.
You cover.
Mr. Stratton.
Yes, yes, you cover.
yes, ma'am.
Come right over.
Gilmore Fountain.
You guys missed it.
Just say it right quick, go ahead.
Give me 1 second, please, please.
Mr. Gilmore, I apologize to you. I looked up something incorrect, so I see you, and I
Okay.
see your review. I just wanted to publicly
No
say
problem,
that.
ma'am, no problem at all.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you please raise your right hand, Mrs. Stanton and Mr. Russell? Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Francis Russell,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of,
the duties of,
state your duties, dispatch, state your duties, part-time, for the Village of Dixmoor Police Department, to the best of my ability. Subscribers for me this 8th day of July 2021. Welcome aboard. Mayor, I want to take a picture with you all. Anybody else want to take, anybody from the police department?
You all?
Go ahead.
Get your one in now, then I'm late.
Y'all didn't take no picture? Y'all good, I'm good.
Yeah, because the mayor about to do his speech as usual.
Oh, Lord. You took pictures?
Yeah. He wants to say his speech.
I'm listening to you.
As all the employees that come in, my speech is this. These are the trustees. I wish I had the picture of Ms. Frank Hughes, but anyway, these are the trustees.
She's right there on the wall. Right there.
Hold on.
Still holding the bag. Right there.
Y'all think I'm.
It's staple, it's staple, it's staple. It's on
You
just unstable. But anyway, let's move
All
on.
the statements coming out in a minute.
Okay.
These are your trustees. And my thing is this, I have a problem when my officers harass and lock up the trustees. And I'm gonna let you know this now. We're not gonna have that. If you have a problem with the trustees, please relate to your chief, give it to your chief. And the chief will send you in the right direction, whether it's having an accountant to come out and do their job. I do not want to see an officer, if it's not where one of my trustees really committed a crime or shot someone or done something that's just way out there, you get your chief involved, have your chief to come and do his job. Do not harass and lock up these trustees. I'm telling you now, I lived through it. One of my other trustees lived through it, and the trustee before that lived through it. We're not going to tolerate that. Now, I'm letting you know now. So if you feel you got to do that, and you're going to be out here harassing my trustees, guess what? Don't even walk in my door. I'm saying my door now because I take it very personal when you come to my trustees. We're a family. You all are now our family, and we're in this together to make this a better community. I love you guys, and I will keep everyone in prayer. Will any of my trustees have anything?
Great.
Welcome all.
You know, we had so much fun in our meeting, it'd be hard for us to go. I'm trying to keep y'all, trying to keep you up, so next time I will have dinner.
Excuse me, everybody, what's the next item?
Next item.
Next item on the agenda is, discussion and approval of invoices, appointments, expenditures, and disposition of property. So I believe that there's a piece of construction equipment that we are going to dispose of. And it's not useful, correct?
Correct. It's not useful, it costs more money to fix it than to go buy a new one. And it's super rusty, it's been out back just sitting for over the past, I won't say past 10 years or longer. It's a backhoe that's been.
Oh, that's the backhoe that I've been saying,
super rusty is down there. I mean, super
down-
rusty. It might not even, the tires might not even be one.
It's down there at the other building, right?
Yes.
If I might speak more, we really want to cut into the meeting right here, and we have.
You would like to cut into the meeting?
We would like to
Okay.
cut into the meeting and ask for your permission to step to the front door for a minute. And also, we have it brings tears to my eyes almost, we have a special announcement we want to make.
Okay, can we do this after? Because we gotta go home.
It will take only 1 minute.
It won't take but 1 minute.
No, we gotta
Okay,
go,
hold
let's
on,
do this.
hold on.
If it's,
We have hold on 1 second. We have a motion on the floor. We gotta wait till this motion.
Oh, okay.
So,
No, we're presenting the items, and then we'll do an omnibus motion, we'll approve everything. There are no other matters that we need to address right now. I can talk about the other ones, and then when you guys come back.
Do we
So
have
my
closed, do we
advice
have
would be,
closed session?
sorry.
hold on. Go, Rich.
Yeah, no, thank you, Mr. President. My advice would be to approve the items that we discussed before as, the day in the park, the day, I guess just now, the day, the other two we approved on their own. The day in the park and the disposition of the construction equipment, motion to consolidate those. That'd be a motion to second, if not a debatable motion.
I'm looking for a motion to consolidate those items.
I'll make a motion.
Second. And the items,
The items being the consolidated, well, we need a roll call. Did we do a roll call?
I'm looking for a roll call.
Motion was by Webster, second by Tyson. A motion was by Tyson, second by Webster.
Okay.
Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
and trustee Angela Frank Muse, 5 yeas and 1 nay, one
Motion.
absent, Mayor.
Mr. President, oh, sorry.
Yes.
Mr. President, we would now traditionally seek a motion to approve the now consolidated items. We need a motion to second, that is a debatable motion, but we've talked about
Looking for,
Okay, and I'll second.
Motion by trustee Webster, second by trustee Tyson to consolidate all the items that we spoke about. Approved.
Yeah.
Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith, trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Frank Muse. Mayor, you have 6 yeas and 1 absent. 5 yeas and 1 absent.
That's it, so if we want to take a 5-minute recess to go look at this, it's gonna take 5 minutes before we organize them out. Motion is
I'm looking for a motion for 4-minute recess,
4-minute recess.
a 3-minute recess,
My motion.
3 minutes
Okay.
to, go out
Motion by
and look
McFadden.
at, Chief Long and Commander Villegas, to see what they have and the announcement that they would like to make right.
Motion by
Looking for a
McFadden,
motion.
I second
second by Janisha Smith. 3-minute recess. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
it. Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Frank Muse. Mayor, we have 5 yeas and 1 absent. Motion carried.
So move, so approved. You got 3 minutes, board. 3 minutes.
All right, that's long, man. Get outside.
We better get out and back in. Watch is on.
All right.
Out and in, my watch is on.
See, trustee Webster said the same thing.
Your trustee reps better make a motion.
We want on vacation. Oh, we got. Hit it on. What you talking about? Shoot, this Friday on Thursday. I'm tired like y'all. I gotta work. Yeah, but if you gonna be off on Friday. What you
gotta do is stay home.
What you talking about? We going to a spa. We gonna live on the beach.
Everybody else do.
Oh my God. You can't got too much for you.
All right.
I'm gonna wear mine. I'm gonna wear mine and get out there and do the work test. That was nice.
Hey, Chief,
I
maybe
got
I'll-
to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get up at 4 o'clock.
See, bud.
I gotta get up at 4 o'clock.
Come
It
on,
was
we
nice.
got-
We did right there. I appreciate it. That was beautiful. That was worth it. Oh, yes. But them patches got to go. I don't care what Miss McFadden. Girl, we all in the newspaper. They calling us special meetings. You know, laughing at us with that name. I don't care about nobody.
You gotta get out. We love.
No, we're not. We need more police.
Okay, we need, that's how we back on the agenda, we need a motion to go back into.
And trust me, we'll make the motion. Back on there, special.
Motion, I'm looking for a motion there.
I wouldn't represent that song.
It was by trustee Smith.
I second.
Sorry, Mary, go ahead.
Special meeting. I mean, we're not.
Okay. Go ahead, Corporation Counsel.
How do we do a roll call?
More than 20 years.
Trustee Webster,
Times have changed.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
go back and look.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Frank Mills, 5 yeas and 1 absent, and the time is 8:47 PM, back in open session, sir.
Back in open session, that brings us to, I wanna say, okay,
There's a gentleman, who wants to do a presentation about providing yoga services to the village. Is he here?
No.
Why don't we, all right, then let's table that for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, let's table it, please.
We need a motion to second table to non-available.
looking for a motion to table
I make the
for the
motion.
next, to the next meeting. Roll call,
What was
please.
the motion by?
Smith, Webster.
Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Frank Mills, you got 5 yeas and 1 absent to take presentation, Mr. Lee French, to the next meeting.
Mr. President, can I address those two?
Yes,
So there are still some outstanding real estate matters that we are working on, including the aforementioned Wyoming Board of Property. I had a call about that, each of the last few days. And then update on collective bargaining issues. There are numerous collective bargaining issues, and related matters that are coming up. We will start the process shortly, to resolve them. Those are the only 2 items that I have.
Mayor.
yes,
I'm sorry, trustees, and this is just a discussion. I talked to OnSOB, I forgot to bring that up. I talked to OnSOB, and that's the code red. Okay, I found out who the representative is. We've had OnSOB since 2015, okay? It's $4,000 annually, it's unlimited, and it rolls over. I mean, it automatically, the reason we didn't know about it, because it automatically goes over every year. So last year, the previous administration, they only used it 25 times. What they offer is Facebook, you know, they can alert people through Facebook, email, texting. And I just want to ask a day where, probably like next Tuesday or Monday, they want to do a presentation, because I told her that none of us know anything about OnSOB. So they're going to talk to us as if we are new clients. And it's going to be on Zoom. And if Monday, probably like, or following Monday, I need to call them. If that's okay with the trustees, we'll have to post it.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll have to post it, but I need to schedule a day. So they'll just give us a presentation about the code red,
Okay, so,
as if we're a new client.
so what we're doing, I mean, this is a discussion, so basically what you're saying is that, you'll give us a date and time.
So watch your emails.
Of course, we need to watch our emails,
Yeah.
the clerk will be emailing,
Be quiet.
to get a date and time where we can go online to, see about this code red, because we do need it here.
Yeah.
And, I promise you, we will not be abusing this system. It's, just for emergencies and, certain items that need to get out to the residents. I promise you it'll be nothing political. Because if that to take place and get this right and make sure everybody feel good about it, anyone can do the code red. You don't have to just hear my voice, it can hear anybody. It's not just, or it's be done by the computer, it's not. It's about all of us getting the message out to the residents.
And I also asked them if, I want to see a lower package, because the mayor said we're not gonna use it.
We shouldn't use
That
it.
4,000 is unlimited.
No,
So it's like you call it.
no unlimited.
Right, so I asked them and, to see how much a lower package would be.
So what we'll be doing, board, we'll be getting back in touch with you like as soon as possible. Tomorrow's Friday, so that means
I'll talk
you
to- I'll talk to
gotta
them.
have it posted for
48 hours.
48 hours, so,
Okay, and what I'll do, because I need to see her availability, because she has a younger child, and see when it would be good for her, if Monday is too soon for her.
okay.
But, okay, I just wanted the board to be aware.
Okay, I believe.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you so welcome. I just love when my trustees smile. Yeah, I can say bye when it comes to trustees. That's what I believe. But everything else is what, chief?
Us and we.
Thank you.
That's right.
Okay, that brings us to, item 11, citizen comments. Are there any citizens that would like to speak at this time?
No.
No. No.
Okay. So, I would like to do something quick, if possible. It's a closed session. And I will be looking for a motion to go into closed session.
I make the motion.
Motion by trustee Mitchell. Second
For
by
the
trustee-
reason of, employment personnel.
Okay. So Webster made the motion, I say.
Roll call clerk.
You said what? I thought you made the motion. You made the motion.
I make the mo, I don't care. I made the motion. You second.
Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Frank Mills, 5 yeas and 1 absent, Mayor.
Thank you. Went into, closed session. Oh, you got it back on, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sound good. Went into closed session. There will be no action taken. So now, I'm making a motion to come back into regular session. I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, clerk.
And a second by Webster. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Frank Mills. Mayor, you got 5 yeas, 1 absent, and the time is 9:28 p.m.
Okay, now here comes the hard part. This is the hardest part because, I love all of you all. So now I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make
Oh,
Second,
Don't cry.
second by,
I'll second.
Second by Webster.
I got it, second.
Trustee Webster.
Yes.
Trustee Tyson.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Trustee Mitchell.
Yes.
Trustee McFadden.
Yes.
Trustee Frank Mills. The time is 9:29 p.m.
That's the motion to adjourn, and we'll close out, but at the same time, I pray that we continue to serve the people, and I pray that God will take us home safely, and I pray that we will always be together in love and unity for the people.